In front of you there are two flashlights that look very similar, and they are. They're both made by Streamlight and are both named the Microstream, but they're not the same. This one has a proprietary Streamlight rechargeable battery, hence the name USB, because when you open the front, there's your port to charge. While on the other hand, this one takes a single AAA battery. Now that's not the only difference. The rechargeable is considerably better when it comes to performance. So the USB has two outputs, and the color will dictate which one is first. This is the Coyote, which means the high mode is first, and that's 250 lumens, and the low mode is second with 50 lumens. On a full charge, the high mode runs for 1.5 hours, and the low mode runs for 3.5 hours. It's an impressive amount of light for how small it is. Now the AAA model has just one output, and that's 45 lumens. That has a runtime of about 2 hours and 15 minutes. So the AAA has less output than the low mode of the USB and over an hour less runtime. But I will say, if you do look at the lens, they are a little bit different. I found that comparing the low mode of this one to this one, the AAA actually has a little bit more throw, and the USB has a little more flood. It's such a small difference that it really doesn't matter, to be honest. And the high mode on this one is just so much brighter, much better for large spaces or outside. And these are both momentary with pressure and constant with a click. Alright, so I'm outside at night just to show the difference between these two lights. And there's a little bit of light in the background from just house lights and stuff, but I think you'll be able to tell the difference. So here's the Microstream USB, and this is the high mode 250 lumens. You can see a couple deer there. 250 lumens, and then this is the low mode at 50 lumens, and you can see it's not super bright. I can still see that there's animals because of the reflections, and you can see the outline decently. And in person I can see them a little bit easier. Now here's the output from just the AAA model, and you can definitely see the deer. This is only 45 lumens, but like I said, I think that the AAA version has a little bit more throw, so I find that you can see the body of the deer quite a bit easier with the 45 lumen. Again, this is the 250 lumen, and this is the 50 lumen. So it's the deer's starting to walk away. You can't really see it. If I turn on the AAA, you can see it a little bit better. But the 250 lumen, again, like I said, there's not really a comparison. The high mode is so good on this, especially for how small it is. If we just go close, here's a wood pile, 250 lumens up close on the hill, and the 50 lumens a little bit dimmer. And here's the 45 lumen of the other one. So let's talk about durability. Something about the USB is when you open it up to charge, there's an O-ring, but it just slides over. It doesn't lock. The AAA just has the rear cap that threads on. So one would think that the AAA might be a little bit more water resistant than the USB. So I can't speak for this one just yet, but I will say this USB model went through the washing machine and the dryer. I thought I actually broke it because it was flickering and wouldn't stay on. But it must have just drained the battery, because when I charged it back up, it was fine. And I've been using it ever since. If it went through again and again, I don't know if it would stand up, but I can tell you that mine went through the washer and dryer once. And that's just something about these lights that's going to happen. They're so light and small that you just forget that you're in your pants pocket, especially after a long day of work. So try to remember that they're in your pocket, because they'll probably go through the washer at least once. So how about the price? Well, the price of the Microstream USB, I paid 30 bucks for it, and that's usually what you'll find it at. Now, Streamlight states that the rechargeable battery of this lasts 300 full charges, but after that the battery will never get back up to 100%. And that's when you could buy a new lithium battery, and they're around 10 bucks. Price-wise for the AAA, I actually picked it up because I saw it on sale for only 12 bucks. That's a great price. So You'll easily find them under $20 though. So definitely cheaper for the AAA. So which one is better? Well, we've established already that the USB has better performance, but the AAA is still a good option. The USB is fine if you use it a bit throughout the day or night, and then when you get home, you charge it when you need to, and you're good to go. Well, in scenarios where you don't have access to electricity, that's where you'd want one with replaceable batteries. Say you lose power for a considerable amount of time, or you're out in the wilderness, or you have it as a car flashlight. Maybe you just use your light so much you lose charge in one day. Well, once you run dry with the USB, you have to plug it in for a few hours for a full charge. And if you can't, it's useless at that point. But with this one, you bring a couple AAAs with you. When it runs out, you can get full power instantly. Just keep popping in new batteries. So you see, there's reasons for either one. You just kind of have to decide which would be better for you. So that's just a simple comparison between these two lights, if you care, which I guess you do because you watched to the end of the video. So anyways, thanks for watching. Go ahead and like the video if you found it helpful, subscribe for future videos, and I'll see you around.